Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Thank you for joining us on another Mosaic Minute. I'm Kristen Stadler, our CEO and culture warrior at Mosaic. I'm very excited to introduce Robert to the team today. Robert Payton is here with us to talk all things benefit administration, aka Ben Admin. And he is an expert, an absolute expert when it comes to helping clients figure out not only how to set this up, but make sure they're keeping up with open enrollment and live events. And anytime they go through a new plan design, he's there to partner and make sure that they're supported. So first, just want to say thank you, Robert, for joining us today to share your knowledge and your passion for benefits. And just want to jump right in and say hello. And Robert, first thing that I love to ask our team members that join me on Mosaic Minutes is, how long have you been with us and what do you love about Mosaic?
I've been with Mosaic over 4 years now. One of the things I love about Mosaic is the company culture, the fact that everyone is willing to work and help each other out, regardless of how busy they are, whatever their schedule looks like. If there's another colleague that needs assistance in something and trying to resolve a customer issue, everyone's willing to help. So that's one of the great things I like about working in Mosaic, just the team collaboration and the company culture.
I love that. I also am here for that culture as well. That's what originally brought me here 7 years ago as well. So just love getting to hear the answers because there's always a similar flavor when it comes to the people and how we care for our people and our culture. So thank you for sharing. All right, let's talk about your passion around benefits and all things Ben Admin. Why does it matter so much? Why does it matter to others, but also why does it matter to you?
Well, benefits matters to me because I know at the end of the day, it's basically the long-term success of the organization when it comes to benefits. It's a good piece that allows recruiting to basically use as a valuable tool to retain current employees as well as, gain top talent. And basically overall benefits helps improves the team quality of life. So for me, I definitely have a passion for benefits administration, and all things benefits because of how well it impacts company culture.
I could not agree more. As an individual that's also had the opportunity to really come up with that plan design and to see what works and get feedback from the team and make those different, changes over the years. There are so many options that are available to organizations. And that is one of the areas we continue to hear. We want to continue to improve our own benefit package that we offer to our team members. And so this is, again, a great way to really focus in on how you attract and retain talent, exactly what you just said, which I appreciate. What is crazy as an end user, right? We all have medical needs that pop up, whether it's dental or anything related to healthcare. So it's interesting. It's one of those items that you talk about, like you don't really feel like you need it until you need it, right? And then the moment that it's there, you're so thankful that you have it. And so helping organizations not only once they have that plan design, how do you actually then get it into a system, right? This system, to be able to make it more effective on how they select and to become more knowledgeable about the actual benefits themselves. So what do you think are some of the challenges around benefits that companies face?
Well, some of the challenges usually center around compliance. Compliance is one of the more important things when it comes to benefits. Basically, when it comes to governing employee benefits, as you know, they pretty much change every year, and organizations pretty much have to stay up to date on the regulations, and it's almost like keeping up with a full-time job. So it's essential, if you want to avoid things like fines and any legal consequences, to basically make sure that you're staying abreast of what's going on when it comes to the ever-changing demand for benefits and as it relates to employees.
Yes, especially in different states, there are different requirements and different waiting periods that you have to keep up with, everything that surrounds it. Great point. So when we get and dig into more around benefits, one of the interesting things that we did a few years ago was we transitioned from a traditional January 1st effective date, right? Which means typically your open enrollment is happening around that fall season. What's even interesting is based off the size organization, right? When you're going through that process and you're going through to get your new rates and look at, again, if you have any changes to your plan design, It really depends on your size of when you get to get that information back, right? The larger companies usually get that first glance. And then again, we were always in that position where it was like November that we would then have all of our update information. Then it was like a race to go get it out for employees to be able to make their selections, and then a race to get it back to all the different, plans so that everything was ready to go January 1st. And you were super hopeful that that card would show up by January 1st, right?
Yeah.
So we made that choice to go ahead and move our open enrollment and our effective date to an off cycle. And so July 1st is essentially when ours, and we're seeing that more and more with organizations looking at when's the best opportunity, and what seasonality do you have in your business. So when we think about benefits, usually most employees think about open enrollment, right? Or if they have a life event, but really that open enrollment season, which for some organizations have just occurred or is going to be coming up here in the fall. So why is open enrollment important for employers to make sure that they get it right for their employees?
Because basically this is the one time that employees get a chance to choose their benefits during this period that better suits their needs. So basically, once the benefit elections are made, employees don't get another opportunity to choose benefits unless they go through a qualifying life event. So, for that reason, employees have to understand that during open enrollment, they have to choose benefits based on the needs of them and their family. And then basically too, with employers, they have an option of basically offering either an active or a passive open enrollment. But along with that, they also too have to consider the enrollment software that they use for their employees to be able to navigate during their benefit elections.
Love that. Love that. Love that. Do you find that it's fairly easy to set up and make those changes and to make sure that you're keeping up with the system?
Oh, yes. Once I have all the plan design information from the employer, I'm able to take that information and basically build out the specifications that suits the client's needs when it comes to their open enrollment software.
Love that. Love that. Robert is so passionate about supporting our clients for all things benefits. So, of course, this is going to be my last question as we start to wrap up. And this audience usually knows or does know at Mosaic, we're 100% focused on UKG. And so we're focused in onto UKG Pro and WFM. And when we talk about then administration and being able to keep up with that open enrollment, why do you think, Robert, that potential clients or even existing clients should choose Mosaic to help them with their open enrollment needs and any of their other ben admin needs?
That's a really great question. For me, I feel like with Mosaic, we don't treat clients and customers as a turn and burn process. We're about building relationships for life. Basically, we want to be an extension of a group's HR team. So for me, making sure that their benefit administration software is running efficient and allowing their employees to be able to elect their benefits that best suits their needs. I care about that, and I want employers to be able to focus more on other parts of their HR strategy as opposed to wondering whether or not their benefit administrative software is running smoothly.
Love that. I have, from my HR background, always grew up knowing you don't mess with people's pay. You don't mess with their benefits. These are two things you absolutely have to get right every time for your team, right? And that has been ingrained in me for years. So I appreciate that level of support. And what's also interesting is we are able to help even on the putting together the PowerPoints, putting together the guides, anything that relates to all things benefits. That is another way we can also lean in to help. We know how stressful that time is. Again, you're usually focused on getting other items ready. Robert's working on the system, right? And we're also able to help again with even train the trainers to make sure your HR team understands the benefits and are able to speak all the way through them. So many different ways that we can continue to support. And we appreciate all of you that allow for us to support you in this way. Again, can't mess with people's pay and benefits. So we make sure it is right. Love it. All right, Robert, thank you for your time today. We very much appreciate you sharing your love and your knowledge about all things benefits. Thank you to the audience for joining us today. And in 2 weeks, we will be live again. And we are doing a founders edition. So we will be able to hear from our founder, Vicki Hill, and speak a little bit to the foundations of Mosaic. And for all those entrepreneurs out there, you will definitely feel that connection, which is wonderful. So Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.